Hey guys, techmadeezy, and guess what? I finally got a little bit of snow. Not a major snowstorm, but a little bit of snow to try out this snow shovel attachment for the multi-head. So why don't we go ahead and check this out? Alright guys, I'm using this for the first time. We've got about an inch and a half, and it's actually higher, but because it's raining right now and it's cold, you know, it's ice, it's not just snow. You know what I mean? So if I get down here for a second and show you, you know, we do got snow, but it's all wet, it's soaked, and it's going to become an ice skating rink. So I've got this on 1, I believe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and try this and just kind of see how far it throws, and we'll go from there. Oh, and let me tell you, weight distribution is fun. I've got a 5 amp hour battery on here, and I was going to put the backpack link on, but I said, you know what, let me just do it the way it's made and be honest and tell you what I think. So first time, let's start this up. I'll tell you something, it does throw far, and it actually does a really good job. I mean, it's getting it down to the ground, so let's just keep going. I do want to angle it a little bit differently because I don't want the snow to reach my neighbors, so I guess I'll keep going for now. But you could see how far it throws. I don't know if you could, but it throws pretty darn far. All right, now I don't want to throw at my neighbors. So which way do I go? Because that's the only thing you can't control is the throwing distance. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this, right? I'm going to turn this to the right so that it goes over to the side here, maybe onto the grass patch or something. Okay, so angle-wise, you almost have to turn it all the way to actually get it to go really to the left side. Again, this is going to be fun, guys. So that's as far as it goes. Okay, and you know, obviously if you put it in the middle, right there, or you move it all the way. So we're going to keep it that way. Again, I hope you're seeing this. I know this is going to be difficult, but I don't have a camera crew. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to cover pros and cons at the end based off my experience. All right, that is better. It's actually throwing it towards the street. All right, turn around. Not bad, really not bad. You know, again, you're not going to pull your snowblower out for this, you know? So you're just not. All right, turn it to the side. Tell you, it does a good job. It's a little heavy, you know. I'll turn this again. over. You know, again, making a dent here. The problem is once this is all up and the rain hits here, you know it's going to be an ice skating rink. So, all right. Well, now let me switch this to 2. I don't know what that's going to do, but maybe that's just faster. Let's hear the sound. Yeah. I'll tell you, I mean, I didn't know if I needed to, but it was good to experience 2. So I'm getting rained on. Let's turn this again. Hitting those bumps. It does a good job for that 1 inch. And honestly, again, this is not light and fluffy. This is wet. So far, all right, not bad with the camera. All right, that's what we do here at techmadeezy. Tell you, hitting the bumps. Okay, now I got the old gen battery, by the way, so I won't be able to show you how many bars, but it's fully charged. Should be fine with this. All right, I'll put this back on the first gear if I can. I'll tell you, it's not easy to move this, by the way, especially when your hands are cold. Oh, yeah, I should have gloves on. I'm going to leave it on 2. All right. Well, guys, I got my sidewalk done. I'm going to have to put rock salt down now because, you know, the problem is it's now going to be an ice skating rink. You know, that's really what it comes down to. But it did a good job. You know, my little short demo here did a good job. You know, I like it. Listen, using a shovel. We're using this, and this is not, this, by the way, this is not light, okay? Without the battery, I'll put the weight up on the screen, and then I'll put the battery weight with it right there for you so you could see, you know. But you know, and again, weight distribution, I'll be honest with you, you're better off using a backpack link. But let me pull that out and show you if you haven't seen one. So here's the backpack link. And I don't know if it's like 180 bucks, something like that. But basically what happens is you pop off the dummy battery here. And don't mind me, my finger's cold. All right, there it goes. You take the tool, okay, you pop off the actual battery, you put the dummy battery on the end like you would a normal battery, right? So you just take this, you put it on, and you lock it in place. Click, right? And you now take a battery of any size, right? Even a 12 amp hour. And you've just taken the weight off of the handle and put it on your back. Now, I don't know how that's going to feel. So you should try it. I don't have enough snow to try it. That's the problem. But this is great for a lot of ego tools because string trimmers, you know, blowers. And again, you're just putting the battery on your back, and that really isn't too bad. You can go longer with that. And, you know, you're simply putting the dummy battery on the handle. All right, so if you didn't know about that, now you do. And we did a small review on it. If you want to see a little bit more, I'll put the image there, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to check that video out. All right, let's go ahead and go over cons, and then I'll end up with pros. So first con is definitely the weight. You know, again, it depends on who you are, your age, but this thing is 21 pounds with a 5 amp hour battery. All right, if you add a larger battery, obviously it's going to weigh a little more. Now, the good news is with the 5 amp hour battery, the weight is pretty even, about 11 pounds on the snow shovel and about 10 pounds on the battery and the multi-head. All right. The next up is hitting bumps. So when you hit bumps, the bottom line is it's not fun, but I guess the same thing can happen when you're using a shovel. All right. So that's not fun. The direction knob, where the snow gets sent on the bottom, it can definitely seem to lock up, and it's a little bit difficult to move. You know, the mechanism they put in place is just an odd mechanism. I wish it was designed differently. I would definitely like to see that improved. And lastly, the speed switch was hard to switch. When I went from 1 to 2, I guess it wasn't too bad. When I went to go back from 2 to 1, it was just difficult. Now, my hands were cold, but even when they weren't cold, it was a little hard to move that switch back from 2 to 1. So those are the cons. So let's cover the pros. So the price on the tool's not bad, $189. Not bad at all, especially if you have the multi-head and you have batteries. Now, if you need to get the kit does include the snow shovel. It includes the multi-head. It includes the battery and the charger. So that's not bad either. And having the multi-head system, there are some cool tools within that, you know, ecosystem there. Next pro, you know, for this light snow that I dealt with, I felt it had good power on both settings, number 1 and number 2. You know, it did a fine job. The next pro, I would say I would prefer using this tool versus a shovel. I found it to be easier on my back and bending and things like that. The next pro, I think it glides really well, you know, on the ground. You know, and obviously you're going to hit bumps and cracks in your sidewalk, but it glides extremely well once it's on the ground. The last pro, I think it just clears the light snow very well. You know, it didn't leave much residue as I was pushing it down. And so there it is, the mechanism up and close. You know, again, you just, you know, and it does kind of lock in place here. I think it does that on purpose so it doesn't drift. And then you just have to have a force to kind of get it out of place. You know, so you just need to use some of your muscles. All right, so it'll stay clicked in here, and it has a couple of click positions, right? Look, it's plastic, right? This is basically, the battery's out, by the way. This is it. This is what it does, right? It basically, you know, throws the snow this way, and then this actually will, you know, point in its direction. And it did a good job there. It has to be turned practically all the way. But, you know, plastic, I don't know what'll happen. I mean, it's thick. It's really thick plastic, by the way. So I don't know that small rocks will mess with this at all. But that would probably be one of the questions, right? It does have 2 speeds, and you know, we only did the sidewalk, but the battery's still green. We're using a first gen battery here. So listen, I liked it. It worked well. It is heavy. I think the backpack link could help take the weight off the handle. The bottom is heavy too, though, okay? But the weight is on the ground. You don't have to lift it. You're just pushing it. And it basically, you know, it slides. You know, here's the bottom, the plastic that's, you know, touching the ground. This is the part that's touching the ground as you're pushing, and it's basically throwing the snow. So I like it. Pretty cool. Another tool you can use with your batteries. I just want to check and see how many bars I used outside, just doing the front sidewalk. Just want to check. This is the way to check an original gen battery. All right. All right, so it looks like we used 1 bar on the front of just the sidewalk. All right, that's it. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.